Okay, so these are the math problems for May 12th on Tuesday. So here it says, which of the following vertices of rectangle A, B, C, D is located in quadrant 3? So we need quadrant 3. So if you remember on the coordinate grid, if you to draw a C around it, it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want what's down here in this quadrant. And so we want this quadrant down here, which is D. Luckily, point D is also letter D. Number 2, a city planner used a coordinate grid to show the locations of parks in a city. So we have, this is the north and this is the east. It helps us see our coordinate grids. We have Elver, Franklin, El Robe, Sunset, Thomas, City Center, City Park, and Highland Park. And our question, which ordered pair describes the location of Elver Park? So Elver Park is going to be up here. This is our point here. So we always start at the origin here, and we want to know where it matches the line. So if we would come all the way down here, because this is X going across, and it crosses at the -6. And then if we come across here, because this is our Y, and Y is second, and it goes across at 7. If you're having difficulty count it, just start at the origin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our point is -6, 7, and J is -6, 7. On number 3, it says, which of the following shows point X graphed at 1, -3? So we can look down at each one of these, or else we can also look at it and say, which quadrant is the positive, negative going to be in? So if this is our coordinate grid, first we go X, X, and then Y. So we come over X, positive, and then the second one, Y is negative. So we're going to be in 1, 2, 3. We're going to be in quadrant 4. So again, this one is very hard to see the coordinate grids on it, but you can see the arrows. So if you can see the arrows, then you can go ahead and establish where your coordinate grid would be. That's one arrow. This is an arrow down there and up there, and the X and the Y's also help you find which is your coordinate grid. And so we want something this quadrant down here. So we're going to check over 1, -3. So it's going to be right there, and A is not our answer because there's not a point there. But here, there's no X in that one. And there is an X in quadrant down here, but it's not in this quadrant. It's on the Y-axis, so that's not in quadrant 3. And over here, again, we don't have one in quadrant 3. So it looks like there was a mistake on this one because you don't have an answer. On number 4, it says, what is the coordinate pair for order B? So if we're on B, then we're going to know we do the X first. So the X, we're going to start at the origin and we come over because there's a -2 there. It comes straight down to the -2. And then it goes over. The Y is left and right. So we're going to come over here and we're going to hit the 4. So -2, 4. So -2, 4, B is your answer. On number 5, points K, L, and M are 3 of the vertices of rectangle KLMN. So we have K, L, and M, K, L, and M. So we are looking for the vertex for N. Now a rectangle has all 90-degree angles, which means this side is going to be to this side. So we're going to find our X, Y coordinate. So we're going to come over X is right and left. So from over here, it comes over 1 unit here. So we know up here, it's going to come over 1 unit. So your X is +1. Your Y comes all the way up to the 10 right there. It also comes up to here if you draw your line over. So if it comes up here and it comes up here, we see that's where our point's going to cross. So it's over 1, up 10. and your answer is going to be B. On number 6, use the given numbers to create an ordered pair representing a point in quadrant 3. So again, 1, 2, 3. So down here in 3 is where we are. And we want to do the X first. So we come over to the X, and then we come down to the Y. So our X is going to be negative, and then down is going to be negative. So 3 is going to be negative, negative. So we have a -6 and a -2. So your answer could be -6, -2, or you could have -2, -6. None of your answers can be positive, and 0 would be on the axis. On number 7, which quadrant is located in 5, -4? So that's positive, negative. So we start here, we go positive, and then we go negative. So this is going to be quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's in quadrant 4. And on number 5, the graph below represents a linear equation. Using this graph, which value best represents the y-coordinate if the x-coordinate is 6? So we have x, y, and they're saying if the y-coordinate is what we're looking for, if the x-coordinate is 6. So on the x, we're going to come over to the 6, and then we're going to follow it up. That's the point we want. So the y is going to be on the 12, which is C.